How much effort should we spend on each application? That's a very good question. It depends on the seniority. So usually more senior roles, the application process. This is again everything that I'm talking about heuristics. Like it's not necessarily 100% of the time, but it's the trend, right? The more senior the role, the more annoying applications are becoming now because they're trying to filter, they're trying to not waste their time, so they're filtering more and more, and they're filtering harder. Okay, so it will depend on the type of role and the seniority in general. I can tell you, for instance, that for the more senior people that we have on the program, the applicant and that have qualified for the apply for you aspect of the program, the applications team like are telling me that each application is taking like 20 minutes or something, like 20-30 minutes because of all the amount of questions they're asking. But in theory, you should. I'm talking like one of the most extreme cases. In general, it should take you about 5 minutes, 5 to 8 minutes, 10 minutes at the most each application. And maybe 5 minutes is too much now that I think about it. Like when you do EC apply, it could be like 2 minutes, but I didn't want to sound like if it's more than 2 minutes, then it's a waste of time. It's like let's say 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 8 minutes. If you're like encountering 20 minutes, that's the other thing, right? Like you also have to gather information in the sense of like if you consistently notice that applications for that you're targeting, right, for again your role, your seniority, they're taking 20 minutes, like, and this is consistent, then that's kind of like you got to bite the bullet. Like the market is telling you like that's the situation in the market right now. Remember though, always that the more bullshit hiring process, the easier the job. So the more bullshit they throw at you during the hiring process, the more likely that the job is easier to do. That's just how it is. The easier it is to apply, usually the more annoying the job is going to be. And heuristic, don't take it for like a power law of the universe or anything of the sort. Like it's not a law of physics, but it's something I've noticed, right? Is easy apply worth it? Easy apply is just what places like LinkedIn and Indeed call their process of easy apply. Like they call it easy apply because you just upload your resume and maybe provide a little bit more information, and they basically auto-populate the application for you and send it to the employer. It's not easy apply. It's just what they name it. So it's like, is it worth it? Yeah, because it makes things. It saves you a lot of time. It's great. All right. Nathan says that I have heard they get swamped with too many resumes, the easy apply stuff. Well, yeah, of course, because what happened was, and I've talked about this before, but what happened was that the idiots that came up with the AI mass application stuff, all they do is like basically create like an automation script to click easy apply. All that like gather every easy apply job listing on LinkedIn or whatever and just spam it. So yeah, it's a problem right now. I mean, it's great for you because you can it saves you a lot of time. But we are living in this wasteland post AI mass application tools. But employment websites are getting better at flagging. Basically spam, like spammy applications. It was quite horrendous. It was quite horrific for a couple months, from like the second half of the middle of 2024 until now. It was kind of awful, but they've gotten better at basically flagging those systems. And as a matter of fact, you can kind of notice that they died down because you don't hear about those mass AI systems anymore. Like it's kind of like there's no solution has come up as like the AI tool to use to do this. Is because they all got basically destroyed. They all got shut down. Not literally shut down. They probably still exist. But what I mean is like employment websites got got wise really quickly about what people were doing using these applications, and they shut it down fast. And so now, again, I think I mentioned it. I mentioned this in previous live sessions. Right now, there's a primacy of human touch, right? So like if you look human online, you present as, I mean, if you're a human, you're going to present as a human, most likely. Let's hope. If you present as a human, you're going to get more, you're going to have more chances. But yeah, easy apply. That was a reality. It's because it's getting better. It's like they're getting better at basically getting rid of the spam. So all in all, I'm still positive. It's a net positive. Easy apply is a net positive. You downloaded one of the mass AI applications. How did it go? Tell us about it. I also use them. I almost because I wanted to buy one for you guys. Basically, I wanted to like get like a business license on one of them. And in the business calls, like in the sales calls, I was like, "Oh man, like this is terrible. This is not good. This is really bad." Yeah, it was a ton of work to get it running. It kept lying on the app. Yeah, I know. Yes. This is again. This is why I have this. I have advised against mass AI, mass applications since the beginning. I wrote a short guide on it, which I mean, I can tell AJ to send it to you guys, or I can post it. We can post it later in the community, in the feed. But yeah, I wrote a guide because everybody was asking about it. Like everybody wanted, let's do this. And I was like, no, this is awful. This is really bad. And not only like you personally, like all the work that you have, like they're not magic, right? Like they want to sell it as if they're magic. Like, oh, you just upload your resume and we'll send a gazillion applications on your behalf. Or I mean, I just hate those videos of like people just lying. They're just lying online about like, oh, I did use this tool and got 50 interviews. And it's like, no, you didn't. You did not get 50 interviews using an AI application tool. If all those applications were real, they worked, and they didn't cause a massive nuclear wasteland in the job market. Yeah, you would see like a golden, like a must have, like everybody would have it by now. And it's like, nah. Some people I assume they got rich by building like the first couple ones in the marketing but that's it. Like they benefited like the guys that if you were like one of the first guys to use one of those systems, then sure, you probably did have some success. But right now it's like, no, it's over. Like don't even bother. What we are developing, though, I should tell you guys, this is coming. I want to say December, but don't necessarily hold me to it. But we're looking to launch it in December. I think we're launching in December our own job scrapper. So this is not a mass application tool, but this is a tool that will basically get the jobs on the online, like the job listings that are online, and send them to you so that you can apply as a human. Okay. So we're launching that in December. You're going to get access to that, and so yeah. So we're looking to have. I'm putting myself out there, saying forcing myself for it to be ready in December, so that you can bully me if it's not ready in December. You can shame me in public, tell me like, "Hey Rolf, you promised me this. Where is it?" I'm gonna be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry."